Yes, sir.
Do you know where they're home? How you doing, sir?
Doing fine. How are you?
I'm just glad to be alive.
It's a good day.
And you would be taking it from that direction? Okay. Okay. Let's start here, and maybe we'll move that way.
The Eagle Scout. This is a great moment worthy of celebration with family, friends, and Troop 65. Since 1912, when the first Eagle Badge was presented, ceremonies like the one here today have been conducted for over 2 million young men who've earned this esteemed award. With the purpose of why we are gathered here today, I would like to call forward Troop 65. Troop 65, come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of the colors. Color guard, post the colors. Scout salute. All please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Scout sign. Please join me in the Scout oath.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Please join me in the Scout law.
The Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Scouts at ease. Thank you. Be seated. When our troop convenes a support of honor, we have a small ceremony to recognize the light that scouting brings into the world. Scout Tommy Carpenter, please join me for the lighting of the candles. Duty to God. Duty to country. And duty to self. A scout is trustworthy. A scout tells the truth. He is honest and he keeps his promise. People can depend on him. A scout is loyal. A scout is true to his family, friends, scout leaders, school, and nation. A scout is helpful. A scout cares about other people. He volunteers to help others without expecting payment or reward. A scout is friendly. A scout is a friend to all. He's a brother to other scouts. He offers his friendships to peoples of all races and nations, and he respects them even if their beliefs and customs are different from his own. A scout is courteous. A scout is polite to everyone, regardless of age or position. He knows that using good manners makes it easier for people to get along. A scout is kind. A scout knows there is strength in being gentle. He treats others as he wants to be treated. Without good reason, he does not harm or kill any living thing. A scout is obedient. A scout follows the rules of his family, school, and troop. He obeys the laws of his community and country. If he thinks these rules and laws are unfair, he tries to have them changed in an orderly manner rather than disobeying them. A scout is cheerful. A scout looks for the bright side of life. He cheerfully does any task that comes his way. He tries to make others happy. A scout is thrifty. A scout works to pay his own way and to help others. He saves for the future. He protects and conserves natural resources. He carefully uses time and property. A scout is brave. A scout can face danger, although he is afraid. He has the courage to stand for what he thinks is right, even if others laugh at him or threaten him. A scout is clean. A scout keeps his body and mind fit and clean. He chooses the company of those who live by high standards. He helps his home and community clean. A scout is reverent. A scout is reverent toward God. He is faithful in his religious duties. He respects the beliefs of others. Thank you, Tom. Scout Liam Porter, please join me and lead us in the invocation.
A scout is reverent. Let us pray. Our gracious God and Father, we thank you for this special day in the life of Taylor Merrell. Today we celebrate the accumulated efforts Taylor has made over many years to advance to the ranks of Scouting. We think of all the merit badges he has worked diligently to earn along the way. The oaths he made to honor God and country, others and himself. With each advancement, he was faithful. So today we celebrate his achievement, dedication, and hard work. We ask you, our Lord and Savior, to bless Taylor and his family who supported and encouraged him. We ask that your blessings fall upon his troop and scouts whose fellowship he enjoyed along the path. We thank you each. We thank each of the scout leaders who gave so much time and energy to develop young men like Taylor. Bless them with the certainty that their work has influenced the life of many young men over the years. We all benefit because of their leadership and personal sacrifices. And so, our God, we pray that you would bless the celebration as we rejoice with Taylor and his family. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Thank you.
Mr. Newman, please join me to officially open our Court of Honor.
Having been a member of the Eagle Boards of Review for this scout being recognized here today, I certify that after thorough investigation, interview, and examination, these boards have unanimously concluded that this scout meets the criteria to receive the Eagle rank. As a representative of the Boy Scouts of America, I now declare this Court of Honor to be open to be duly convened for the sole purpose of presenting the Eagle Scout Award to Taylor Nathaniel Merrell.
Mr. Jim White to come forward to speak about the Eagle Scout.
We are here today to honor Taylor Merrell with his Eagle Scout Award. When we hold the Eagle Scout Board of Review, after each rank we hold a Board of Review to kind of see how they're progressing and make sure that everything is going okay. But when we do the Eagle Board of Review, it's a little bit different because we're focused primarily on leadership and character. But before the Board of Review, which was recent, we'll go back about 6 years ago. I learned a lot about Taylor's character back then too. At that time I had to lot to me. And for a young man to do that, it does say a lot about his character. Were his prayers effective? Well, I'm still in the battle of cancer, but here I am being a part of his Eagle ceremony, and I'm just very proud to do that today. So let me tell you a little bit what it means to be an Eagle Scout. The 1938 Handbook for Scoutmasters puts it this way. And no, I wasn't around in 1938. But let me quote from this book. It says, "The badges which accompany his advancement and which the scout wears on his uniform are not to show that he has passed certain tests. There should be no past tense implied. On the contrary, each badge communicates, I can, right now and here." So what can the Eagle Scout do? Let's take a look at some of the things Taylor has done in preparing to be an Eagle Scout. In terms of badges, he has earned the Scout Badge in the ranks of Tenderfoot, Second Class, First Class, Star, Light, and finally Eagle. To be an Eagle Scout, he has to earn 13 Eagle required merit badges and at least 9 elective merit badges for a total of 21. He had to serve in troop leadership positions for a total of 16 months and spend at least 13 hours on service projects. Not many, but many, many more hours that he spent on his Eagle Scout service project. In all, Taylor has completed approximately 325 different requirements to stand before us today. It's a whole book full of things he has to learn and do. Now, so what have these requirements taught him? Who is the Eagle Scout? First and foremost, he's an outdoorsman. We like to keep the outing and scouting. He knows how to camp, to swim, to hike, to use wood tools, build a fire. All these guys love to build fires, let me tell you. He can use a camp stove, finds his way with a map and compass. He spent at least 20 days and nights camping out in a tent that he pitched on the site he selected, sometimes in bad weather. Many of those times he planned his own menu and cooked his own food. The Eagle Scout is comfortable with nature. He can identify local animals and plants, including poisonous plants. Everybody needs to know how to find poison ivy and stay away from it, let me tell you. He understands the causes of water, land, and air pollution, and developed a project to solve an environmental problem. That problem was with the Environmental Sciences Merit Badge, I'm guessing. He embodies the Scout motto, be prepared. He knows how to treat fractures, head injuries, road rash, that was his own, and shock, which was his mother. I think it was when she found out he had the road rash. And potential hypothermia, that was his brother. And also he knows how to treat convulsions, frostbite, burns, heart attack, heat stroke, choking, even knocked out teeth. He knows how to use the buddy system and how to stay out of a hailstorm. If you can do that, that's a good thing to do. He knows what to do in case of a fire, explosion, flood, tornado, hurricane, atomic emergency, and avalanche. A little more likely, he knows how to do first aid for simple things like tick bites, snake bites, dog bites, bee stings, minor cuts and scrapes, and how to remove a fish hook from your hand. He knows how to tie useful knots. The Eagle Scout is a good citizen. He has been to town meetings and knows how local government is organized. He knows the mayor of Mint Hill, Stallings, county commissioners, U.S. senators and representatives, and has written a letter to one of them about a national issue. He has read the Declaration of Independence and the United States Constitution. He knows the Scout slogan, do a good turn daily. He knows how to manage his money and understands the risks and benefits of putting his money in savings bonds, mutual funds, stock, real estate, and a personal knife collection. Not exactly sure a knife collection would qualify for an investment retirement account, but they have a little fun in life too. But he has set financial goals and worked toward achieving those goals, lessons which are very important to all of us as we go through life. The Eagle Scout has also set and worked toward personal fitness goals. He has competed against himself in tests of aerobic endurance, flexibility, and muscular strength. He knows what it means to be physically, mentally, and socially fit. He's a good family member. He knows what things are important to the members of his family, and he has talked to them about finances, about drug and alcohol abuse, and the challenges of growing up, peer pressure, and bullying. All of these things he did in order to earn the merit badges required for Eagle. Beyond those, he's earned an additional 19 merit badges, I believe, which qualifies him to wear a silver palm with his Eagle badge. And he has other Boy Scout awards and recognitions, including the Mile Swim, Scuba, Tokenship, and Firemanship. He has completed leadership training through SEALs, which is Scouts Excited About Leadership Skills, and NYLT, which is the National Youth Leadership Training that Scouts provides, which we call Top Gun. He was elected to the Order of the Arrow, which is Scouting's honor heritage society. He attended the inaugural Jamboree at the Summit in West Virginia and has enjoyed some high adventure experiences out west, where he hiked more than 30 miles up the Grand Canyon, Cedar Breaks, Bryce Canyon, and Zion. Beautiful places out there. Most recently, Taylor hiked 18 miles in the backcountry of Yellowstone, visited the Grand Tetons, and Cody, Wyoming. Wow, that's a lot. So what is an Eagle Scout? Well, let's go back and quote that old handbook of Scoutmasters again. He is the young man who is qualified to help others as well as take care of himself. His badge is not a decoration, but is rather a symbol of knowledge and ability, of leadership and character.
Thank you, Mr. White. I would now like to ask the Troop 65 Committee Chair, Mr. Kurt Pearson, to come forward and introduce our Eagle Scout.
Good evening. Taylor Nathaniel Merrell was born December 13, 2001 in Statesville, North Carolina. Taylor is named after his two great-grandfathers, Taylor Huskinson and Lindsay Nathaniel Merrell. All of Taylor's grandparents are here with us today. Taylor is a senior at Piedmont High School, where he is an AP and honor student in varsity 3 sports: cross country, winter track, spring track. He will graduate in June and has academically been accepted to Citadel and UNC Charlotte. I've been fortunate to know Taylor for over 10 years. One of the pictures you saw of his as a tiger with his Pinewood Derby car. So I've known him for a long time. I'm not sure how that is possible. It seems like just yesterday he was a tiger and I was 10 years younger, so I'm not really sure where time has gone. But I've been fortunate to see his journey as a scout. Again, from Pinewood Derby to Yorktown, Belk, Rhymes, skiing trips. Watched him mature in his scout skills and in his leadership. Always ready to help younger scouts. I've enjoyed seeing his growth through the various leadership positions within the troop. I'm proud to know his involvement in his school, his church, and his community. It's been a pleasure watching him engage with with our local veterans at the Veterans Breakfast and at Fort Bragg, and his enthusiasm in support of the Veterans Breakfast. So I'm not surprised to know of his desire to continue his growth in one of our military academies. Speaks to his character and his interest in giving back and serving our country. As we've been fortunate to have Taylor in Troop 65 as a scout, any military academy or branch of the military, to be fortunate to have Taylor as a soldier, as we all would have, knowing that he would be such a loyal citizen who loves their country, their God, and other soldiers, and their fellow Americans to the level that they would always be willing to give up their life to help protect others. Taylor, whatever path you choose to take and wherever you choose to share your skills with others, I know that we'll all benefit by your actions. I'm proud to have had the honor of introducing you, and as well as knowing you for the past 10 years, and seeing you grow into a fine young man. Taylor is an incredible individual, one of maturity, and one of giving and caring. There are scouts that obtain the rank of Eagle. I'm extremely proud to say Taylor will be an incredible Eagle Scout. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pearson. It is now time for the highlight of our program, the presentation of the Eagle Scout Award. Would Assistant Scoutmaster Billy Hawkins please come forward to share Taylor's journey to Eagle?
So I had the privilege of being Taylor's Scoutmaster for several years, and since I stepped down as Scoutmaster, Taylor has never let me forget that I am now, he greets me either as the Assistant Scoutmaster, or like he did a while ago when I walked up to him to say, hey, he goes, Assistant Scoutmaster. Never let me forget that. But aside from that, Taylor, it's been great watching you grow in the Scouting program. Your perseverance, hard work, dedication has paid dividends for you to accomplish what you are here to be recognized for today. Becoming an Eagle Scout is not the end of a journey or a destination. It is merely the beginning. As an Eagle, you have far greater responsibilities than you had before. I'd now like to ask the Honor Guard to escort Taylor Nathaniel Merrell to the front. Taylor, I have the honor and pleasure to give you the Eagle Scout charge on the occasion of your elevation to the highest rank in the Boy Scouts of America. Becoming an Eagle Scout is a great accomplishment. Being an Eagle Scout is a great responsibility. As an Eagle, the Scout Oath and the Scout Law should take on a new meaning for you. The motto and slogan take on new urgency. As an Eagle, your first obligation is to live with honor. You are a marked man, a leader. For good or ill, people will follow the example you set. Give up anything before you. Give up your reputation and good name. As Shakespeare said, mine honor is my life, both grow in one. Take honor from me, and my life is done. Let the white of the Eagle Badge remind you of honor. Your second obligation as an Eagle Scout is to be loyal. As a follower, you promise to be loyal to those above you. Now, as a leader, you must also be loyal to those below you, treating them as you would want to be treated. And you must also be loyal to your ideals, not letting others sway you from your course. Let the blue of the Eagle Badge remind you of loyalty. Your third obligation as an Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Stepping into your new role as a leader, you will face many challenges and obstacles. A ship in the harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are built for. You must have the courage to do what is right at all times, never wavering no matter what other people say or do. Let the red of the Eagle Badge remind you of courage. Your fourth obligation is to serve others. For a leader is above all a servant. Let the practice of the daily good turn lead to a lifetime of service. For only in giving of yourself do you give anything of value. Let the scroll on your Eagle Badge remind you of service. Your final obligation as an Eagle Scout is to have vision. As a leader, you must now blaze your own trail, just as a bald eagle soars high above the ground and can see far into the distance. So too must you look far into the future. Many people will follow you. Only with vision will you lead them in the right direction. Let the silver eagle hanging from your badge remind you of vision. These are your obligations as an Eagle Scout: honor, loyalty, courage, service, and vision. By meeting these obligations, you can lead your troop, your community, your nation toward a better tomorrow. When our Court of Honor began today, you joined with your fellow Scouts in reciting the Scout Oath. Now, you stand and recite a new oath, the Eagle Scout Promise. The words you say are similar to those you've recited many times before. Today, they mean more to you than ever before. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your oath with the words which close the Declaration of Independence. At this time, I would like all Eagle Scouts in the audience to please come forward and stand in front to recite the Eagle Scout Promise by the Eagle Scout. Give the Scout sign and repeat after me. On my honor, I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training and example, my rank and influence, count strongly for better scouting, and for better citizenship, in my troop, in my community, and in my contacts with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor. Two. You may be seated.
I would now like to call Scoutmaster John Porter for the Eagle Award presentation.
Honor Guard, please escort the parents to the front. Taylor, your parents have been your primary source of help and strength. No one ever knows all the love and devotion your mother has provided to you over the years. I would like your mother to place this eagle neckerchief and pin on your uniform. In recognition of your mother's devotion, please present her with this Eagle Mother's pin. source of much advice and guidance along the Eagle Trail. So I would like for you to pin the Eagle pin on your father. Now, by the authority vested in me by the Boy Scouts of America, I now declare you, Taylor Nathaniel Merrell, to be Eagle Scouts of the highest tradition. Congratulations. Honor guard, please escort your parents back to their seats. Taylor would like to share a few thoughts and present the mentor's pins. Taylor.
I just want to go ahead and say thank you to all of you for coming out. This is a really special day for me, and I just wanted to say thank you. But before I move on to my mentor pins, I'd like to thank Dr. Tyson for letting me do my Eagle Scout project at Piedmont High School, and also thank my entire cross-country team and my Boy Scout troop for coming to help, and also Troop 226 who came along to help my Eagle Scout project. But my first mentor pin, this goes to a man who I haven't given much attention to, even though he plays an extremely vital role in my troop. He tends to get less recognition than most because he works behind the scenes doing things that most don't want to do to help the troop survive. He's someone who has seen me grow up in Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts for 12 years now, and is always more than happy to help me sign off on merit badges and rank advancement. He's been in several of my board review and Scoutmaster conferences, so he makes sure that I always know my Boy Scout skills before advancing to the next rank. And he's also been on countless Boy Scout trips, whether it be a normal trip or a high adventure trip. He's always willing to help your bag, and from personal experience, help carry your stuff when you accidentally pack too much. So, he's even gone out with me and my dad to go see the best college football team in North Carolina, App State, absolutely crushed UNC. I really can't thank this man enough, though, and he's done so much for me personally and my troop. I'd like to give my first mentor pin to Kurt Cruz here.
That hurts a little bit. App State is the highest ranked college football program. The Georgia Southern fan now, let everyone sit down. Congratulations.
Now the second mentor pin goes to a man who has influenced me in every single way imaginable. My overall view of how I should respect my teammates, but also how I should view myself if I truly want to succeed in something, and how I'm going to have to give 100% and ignore all my thoughts of doubt to achieve my goals. A while back, this man gave me and my team a speech about how our minds tell you that you can't go after 40% of your strength, and how you need to push back this fake warning that your mind gives you, so you can push on even harder and achieve your actual 100%. This speech has helped me so much in every single aspect of my life. I apply it in everything, whether it be preparing me for a race, school, a test, homework, and helping out others when I don't think I really can. He embodies everything and more that a strong and motivated leader should, and I don't think I can tell him how much I appreciate him. He's a Marine, he's a great leader, and an even better coach. I'd like to give my second mentor pen to my previous cross-country coach, Mark Bingham. That wraps up my mentor.
Congratulations, Taylor. Mayor Biggers, please join us for the presentation of the flags.
Well, Taylor, it was an honor to be asked to be here today. However, in the state of North Carolina, it makes a company, and never cut down Carolina. It is truly an honor. What a great looking family. I know you guys, your family has worked hard as well as you have. I'm extremely pleased to be here. To earn the Eagle Scout rank, each scout is required to complete 3 merit badges that focus on citizenship. Through these merit badges, young men are introduced to the responsibilities associated with being an engaged citizen. Citizenship in the world reminds the scout of his duty to humanity. A scout approaches all people with the same dignity, respect, regardless of gender, race, ethnicity, religion, or walks of life. Citizenship in the nation instructs the scout in his duty to country. A scout is an active participant in his country's affairs. He recognizes the value of civil discourse. He avoids rash or quick judgments. He participates as part of the national electorate, and he recognizes the sacrifices others have made on his behalf. Though the scouting movement is international in scope, much of the strength of scouting is found in the community where the units are located within their charter organization. In fact, in earning citizenship in the community, each scout is required to attend a local town meeting. Citizenship in the community teaches the scout his obligations to family, friends.
American soldiers, so they pretty much didn't believe him and were getting ready to execute him. And one of the underground fighters noticed this challenge point and noticed the squadron's insignia, and it saved his life. So if you're ever in hostile territory, here's your coin. So I did help design this coin. On one side it's got, of course, the Eagle Club and Anchor, and then it's Marine Corps League Detachment 715. On the other side, that's the skyline of Charlotte. Of course, it's the Queen City, and at the bottom there's a checkered flag, which we are home of the NASCAR. The way it's presented, we shake hands. I want to congratulate you on your achievement. And stay the course and finish what you started. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Taylor. Honor Guard, please escort Taylor to his seat. Scout Liam Porter, please join me and lead us in the benediction. Sorry.
I'm Alan Burgess. I'm the immediate past commander of the American Legion Post 235, and currently the chaplain for Post 555 American Legion, right here in Mid Hill. It's a new post. Before I make the presentation, I want to give you a short story. About 5 minutes. So if you can stand that long, this is a true story, and it happened recently. Helping others, being a team, and doing more than what's expected. Just a typical day for an Eagle Scout like Captain Dan Riley of Southwest Airlines, when he found a cherished hat left behind by a scout returning home from Philmont Scout Ranch. Really went the extra mile to return the priceless possession to its owner. With the help of a dedicated employee at the Cradle of Liberty Council, this memento from the Scout's Philmont experience is back where it belongs. Each Scout who was a part of the Cradle of Liberty Council's Philmont contingent receives a special blue hat. It's part of the uniform for the trek at the BSA's high adventure base in New Mexico. Soren Carlson was one of those lucky Scouts. He's a member of Troop 176 in Narberth, Pennsylvania. But at Philmont, he represented the council's crew number 7. Soren wore the hat during each rugged but rewarding mile of his 50-plus mile trek. That hat and its wearer had been on a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. To say it carried a lot of sentiment value is an understatement. That made it all the more tragic when the hat didn't make it off the plane. Flight 3304 landed safely in Philadelphia. Once the passengers had disembarked, Riley walked down the aisle and spotted something blue. The hat itself was covered in clues. Cradle of Liberty Council and Philmont were embroidered on the front. And under the bill, someone had written Carlson, Crew 7. With those clues, Riley had no trouble finding an address for the council. He put the hat in a mail bag, a mail envelope, along with the following letter, addressed to the Cradle of Liberty Council. Dear Sir or Madam, my name is Dan Riley. I'm a captain with Southwest Airlines. Last Saturday, July 8th, I flew Southwest Flight 3304 from Denver to Philadelphia. On-board passengers included a large contingent of Scouts from your council returning from Philmont Scout Ranch. I found the enclosed hat when I finished flying for the day in Chicago. Since things tend to get lost forever and lost and found, I decided to mail it to your council office with the hopes that you can pass it on to the Scout who lost it. Name, Carlson, Crew 7, is on the inside of the bill of the hat. In addition, it was a pleasure to spend time with such a well-mannered, energetic group of young people. Sincerely, Dan Riley, Captain, Southwest Airlines, Eagle Scout. Veronica Coyle of the BSA's Cradle of Liberty Council opened the brown envelope. Coyle and a colleague saw the hat, read the letter, and felt such a sense of pride. Pride in our Scouts, a large group of teenage boys who represented themselves so well that when the pilot found the hat, he felt compelled to return it, she said. And of course, pride in the scouting program as a whole, as it developed an Eagle Scout like Captain Riley, who went out of his way to take the hat with him after he finished his flights for the day, find the address for our council, and go to the post office and mail the package. Coyle recalled Riley's gesture so representative of what scouting is all about. The stuff you do when no one's watching, right? She said. Coyle shared the letter with her friends at the council. Next, Cradle of Liberty Council, Scout Executive Dennis Templar wrote Riley a thank you note. It said, Dear Captain Riley, thank you so very much for mailing the Philmont hat you found on your flight. It's clear that you abide by the saying, once an eagle, always an eagle. If you have the opportunity to visit Philmont Scout Ranch during your time as a Scout, I'm sure you understand that a Philmont trek is the trip of a lifetime. Consequently, this was not just a hat, but a symbol of a young man's tremendous accomplishment. And on behalf of Stephen Carter, the scout whose hat you returned, I thank you for your thoughtfulness. I have enjoyed sharing your letter with the volunteers and staff who were responsible for the organization of that trip, which sent nearly 100 young men from their greater Philadelphia area across the country for 2 weeks of high adventure hiking and camping. We are most pleased to know that the youth and adults representing the Cradle of Liberty Council during their Philmont expedition conducted themselves in a manner befitting of scouts. Please accept the 2 attached or enclosed patches as a small gesture of our gratitude. Yours in scouting, signed it, Scout Executive. Coyle, who had opened the letter and all that, wanted to add her own note of gratitude. So she logged on to the Southwest website and penned a short note of thanks. She thought that would be the end of it. To be honest, I just hoped that if it got to Captain Riley, or better yet, his boss, Coyle said, I think it's unfortunate that oftentimes people are quick to complain or post negative comments about a bad experience, but won't take the time to recognize a positive accomplishment. Her online note read, I work for the Cradle of Liberty Council, Boy Scouts of America, which is the local chapter of Boy Scouts of America in the greater Philadelphia area. Our office received a package in the mail that included a baseball cap that was part of a uniform for a large contingent of Boy Scouts who had recently spent 2 weeks on a hiking camping expedition in New Mexico. It was mailed by Captain Dan Riley, who indicated that he found it after he had finished flights for the day. We were able to return the hat to the scout, and he was very grateful. The trip from which they were returning was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for these kids, so that hat carried with it a lot of sentimental value. Captain Riley also included a very complimentary note explaining that our large group of scouts was well behaved on the flight, which was great to hear. While we're sure Captain Riley did not do this because he was looking for any kind of recognition, we wanted to take a moment to tell you what a great pilot and Eagle Scout you have on your team. Veronica Coyle. Coyle was surprised when she was told that the letter would appear in the February 2018 issue of Southwest, the magazine, with an audience of more than 6 million readers per issue. While I'm sure Captain Riley did not return the hat because he was looking for a praise or a council shoulder badge, and didn't write the letter because she hoped that it would be published in a magazine. It's so nice to see the story received the attention it did, Coyle said. The only reason I have for sharing that story, there's a story about an Eagle Scout who learned it and went on. We don't even know if he's registered with the Boy Scouts anymore. But one thing is sure, once an Eagle, always an Eagle, in thought, word, and deed. As an Eagle Scout, you earn 3 citizenship merit. That's the whole group. You've already heard others mention citizenship in the community, citizenship in the nation, citizenship in the world. By the way, that used to be called the World Brotherhood, that merit. They renamed it a number of years ago. It's still citizenship in the nation when I got it. I'm sorry, it was World Brotherhood when I got it in '64. Anyway, I have a couple of things here for you. First of all, I have a certificate of recognition for Taylor having for outstanding achievement and exceptional leadership ability as evidenced by the attainment of his rank of Eagle Scout. And that, by the way, is signed by Bill Oxford, who's from North Carolina and is the National Commander of the American Legion, and also signed by the Chairman of the American Discipline Committee of the Boy Scouts of America. Second thing I have for you is a medal. This is called the Citizenship Medal, and we only award it to Eagle Scouts who have earned all 3 of the citizenship group. And I have a certificate that goes with it that just says that we've awarded it, and it gives you some paper to add to your book. I'll put those up there for a second, if you would.
Second, I'm honored to present the citizenship medal to you, and congratulations.
Congratulations, Taylor. Honor guard, please escort Taylor to his seat. Scout Liam Porter, please join me and lead us in the benediction.
A scout is reverend. Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for this wonderful day that you have given to us. Thank you for the opportunity to have this ceremony in your house of worship. We humbly pray that we will take the principle of duty to God, duty to self, and duty to others, and apply it in a manner that will bring glory and honor to you. We thank you for giving Taylor the strength, courage, and perseverance to reach this point in his scouting career. We pray that the principles Taylor learned through scouting will continue to be applied daily. We ask all this in your sovereign name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, William. Scout Tommy Carpenter, please join me in the extinguishing of the light. Picture this room as the world. These candles represent the values of scouting in the world. When they are lit and the values they represent are prevalent, the world is a bright and cheerful place full of hope. However, when there is no trustworthiness, no loyalty, no helpfulness, no friendliness, no courtesy, no kindness, no obedience, no cheerfulness, no thriftiness, no reverence, no duty to God, no duty to others, and no duty to self, and no scout spirit. The world becomes a dark and cold place. Audience, please rise. Scouts, attention. Color guard, advance. Color guard, retrieve the colors. Scout salute. Color guard, dismissed. Thank you to everyone for attending this ceremony. The Merrell family invites you to join them next door in Bingham Hall for dinner, fellowship, and a chance to congratulate our newest Eagle Scout. I declare this Court of Honor
Do we have a scout back there that wants to say grace?
Yeah, you're in the dictionary.